Free socks. Free socks.
To a Friday night edition of the Triple B Experience. Friday night, 9 o'clock, 5 straight podcasts this week, ladies and gentlemen. Striving for 5. That is my motto. Last night we did a top 10. No, I'm sorry. We did a top 15 all-time cartoons. Myself, Shane, and Cable did that last night. If you need to check it on the Triple B Experience YouTube channel. Please hit like and subscribe. But tonight we're going to be talking about professional wrestling. I don't know how long I'm going to go. Sometimes I vent a little bit. Sometimes I rant. Sometimes it's uncensored. It's raw. It's uncut. But we're going to talk about the areas wrestling in the area since I am based in Indiana, Pennsylvania. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I threw it out there for people to contact me to if they want to promote their promotions, promote their product, in the wrestling field, promote themselves, tell me where they're going to be. I could put it out there. Nobody sent me anything. I don't know if I got to hold people's hands. There's a few. I mean, I got the typical companies that I've been giving shout outs and trying to help promote that I still do. But come on, people. I mean, if you're looking for free right now, it's free promoting. Friday night, this show's all about wrestling. Look, I have other opportunities that are transpiring for something huge. The Triple B Experience is my flagship channel that I did. I split it when I had Steelers. I split it and did Steelers Dynasty podcast and the Triple B Experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Steelers Dynasty podcast is a 25 away from getting 500, and 500 is I think monetized, which I don't know. The Triple B Experience on YouTube is not monetized. We do have over 1,000 subs, but we don't have a lot of watch time. So that it is what it is. I keep trying and striving to persevere. Doing the podcast stuff, ladies and gentlemen, is not a easy thing to do. If anybody could do it, go buy a laptop, go get StreamYard like I did, go get a microphone, which I don't have, which I need. I had an older one back in the day when I did audio working with Todd DeFazio at Idiot Radio. I had it hooked up. It was all audio. And speaking of audio, the Triple B Experience is on Spotify and all those kind of audio platforms. So you can catch everything. You can catch the Experience. You can catch the Steelers Dynasty podcast. They're all rolled into one, guys, for audio. So, look, if you're in your car, you're outside working, you're at the gym, and you want to, hear some Steeler talk, or you want to hear some Triple B Experience pop culture, or some Triple B Experience wrestling talk with the interviews that I do, come on, people. It's pretty simple. I try to help out everybody, and I appreciate all the help that people have been sharing all my stuff out there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Devil, what's up? Thanks for popping on, brother. This guy's on every show all the time, man. Every show I have, he's on, and he lives out west. He doesn't live locally in Western Pennsylvania, but God damn it, he is on supporting us, and we do appreciate it. Larry from Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. I have no idea what is going on in your podcasting world, sir. I have no idea. If you ever want to come on and vent, you can, but I know sometimes you're a little tired. Garth, how you doing? So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of stuff going on in independent wrestling in Western Pennsylvania. There's a lot of shows, and I'm trying to get, I put a word out to T. Ranchula to do an interview with T before his last match. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Slamfest, September 6th, 4 p.m., T. Ranchula's farewell match, FMW. Hopefully we can get T on. I know it's underneath the Homestead Bridge. I think I'm working on the 6th, I believe. I don't think I can get there at 4 o'clock. If I go, I can't fly. I don't have light speed, and I don't have a transporter beam to get me where I can go. So I can't get there at fucking 3:30 to 4 o'clock. There's no way. Um, I mean, I would try to get there and do what I can, but I got to work, which sucks. But hopefully, I hit the million, trillion, $1 billion Powerball. And I played it, and if I hit, look out, people. If you were nice to me, I'll be nice to you. So, and also, this is coming up here very, very soon, October 4th, Super Indy 24 IWC. I don't know if, who's the matches so far. They don't give me that information. I got to go look for it. And God, no offense, I don't get time to look up matches and stuff. I really don't. Like, I'm trying to do whatever, and I just throw it out there. There'll be some great matches. The card's always stacked. But maybe I'll work on it and try to get to see what matches there for October 4th for IWC's Super Indy 24. That means 24 years of the Super Indy tournament. And also Rise Wrestling. I'm right in the middle there. Rise Wrestling, September 13th. Looks like Young Guns right there. Giovanni Lawless, Cowpoke Paul. They look like Young Guns. So they have a show coming up September 13th at 7 p.m. at the Uniontown Mall, the Royal Rise Wrestling. They also are going to do something else. I believe it's an over 21 event. So you can actually have a couple cocktails and enjoy the wrestling action. I know 880 wrestles every Thursday night. They're on YouTube. Look, I can't keep up with everything. I'm trying, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not getting paid for this. Sammy, thank you so much for everything you do. I also have, ladies and gentlemen, look, I appreciate Slam and Sammy and her family promoting all my stuff. I do appreciate that. She's been very, very busy getting booked, but she's also got some merchandise, and it must be like Beetlejuice. She must have seen it, but Slam and Sammy is selling shirts. She's got t-shirts for $20. Now the bigger sizes, they got to add extra money on, and then she's got Slammin' Bears for $10. You can buy them for your kids. So if you can catch an independent wrestling show with Slam and Sammy, she does have merchandise. Check her out on her YouTube channel. She's got the matches, and check her out on social media so you'll know where she's at. And she could be wrestling in a town near you in the near future. So Slammy, I appreciate everything that you guys did. I appreciate it. No, I cannot teleport. No. So yep, there you go, there. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. And the APWF has done one show this year, and we are hoping next year, to do something, for charity and stuff like that. Running a wrestling company is very, very hard when there's only a small bunch of staff. Myself, my wife, Tammy, the booker, Chris, and Shane, and Larry Stryker, who does media. We do have a website, but we haven't really done much with it. So I understand it's hard to keep up with everything. There isn't enough time in a day. It's so hard. I wish I had a little bit more, a little bit more zeros in some things. Hopefully when I win the Powerball, then we're good to go. So that's a fact, Jack. So also too, guys, we are going to go to Imagine Wrestling September 20th. Braden Elliott versus Gorgeous Gregory. I do know that event. Probably going to be a main event. Braden has, I believe, got the title back, and Gregory is hot on his heels, but also too, Jake Wiley is out and about, and we still need to get an interview with him. Everybody's been busy, and we will do what we can. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're an independent pro wrestler and you want to come on and talk about promote you have an opportunity here in the Triple B Experience to come on the show. Friday nights you can come on. shoot your stick, and then, hang out for a little bit. And if you got to go, you got to go. It is what it is. But Friday night's all about wrestling. Most of it, about 90%. There could be 10% of other stuff. So, but also here is another KSWA this Saturday. This is the final one of Pizza, Pints, and Pile Drivers 5. KSWA, after this year, is going to hang it up. So if you can get a chance to see KSWA, get your tickets and go see the event before they tear the ring down for no other shows after the end of this year. So we're going to do that. And also Road to Victory, VCW. These guys are in West Virginia, but they got some known wrestlers from the area. Beastman is on the show. Zeke Mercer and Cowpoke Paul. Jamie Jameson is on there. I think it's a bloodbath between him and Beastman. It's a Sunday, August 31st. This Sunday. Get your tickets. Get your tickets now if you're in the area. Hello, Shane. How you doing? Shane Stodmiller, the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Football and my co-host for Steelers Dynasty Podcast. We're trying. I know Shane's also doing 5 or 6 podcasts a week. He does 3. He did 4 with me this week alone, plus his 2. He's got 6. He did 6 this week, maybe more. I got 5. He's got 6. Do I hear 7? Do I hear 8? I don't know. So I got these. This is streamed on my personal Facebook page, on the Triple B Experience Facebook page, and on the YouTube channel, the Triple B Experience. So, guys, we have some wrestling to talk about, some results from AEW, getting ready for this weekend's, Clash in Paris, WWE. But let's talk about good old Mr. They had a situation at an independent wrestling show. Let me get his fucking name right so I don't mess it up. So it was Rampage Jackson's kid. Let me get it. Beating up a wrestler. Okay. His son was Rajay Jackson. And there was footage. Everybody's shown it. Everybody has seen it. Here, I'll give you my take and my opinion on that. Rampage Jackson's son, Rajay. Look, I don't give a fuck. Like, it was blatantly over. You can't do that. He should get charges pressed. And he's got a couple screws loose. He's got fucking issues, which a lot of people do have issues in the world today. Look, if they worked an angle out, fine. But sometimes people, when they get into the wrestling business and they think they're a wrestler, they go a little bit overboard. Well, he went overboard, all right. Smacked the independent wrestler who was a veteran in the military forces over 20 times, knocked him clean the fuck out. Just ridiculous. Let me get your guys' comments in the chat. I'll be more than happy to put them up in display, and we can talk about it a little bit before we get into some other wrestling news. Devil says that shit was unnecessary. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, look, I understand, and you don't give a fucking receipt. Now that we're going to get behind the curtain here, Larry says should be banned and arrested. I believe there should be charges pressed. Now, I did see a picture of the other wrestler, and his face looked like my face, like nothing happened. I don't know. I don't know if he has Wolverine fucking healing factor powers. I have no idea, but I know he got up for that. When he got slammed, I think when he hit the canvas, he was unconscious. He was taking those blows to the face like that. And I know, coming from me, I had 4 blows in the temple. Okay. Not wrestling, really. It wasn't in wrestling, believe me. I had an individual wrapped up, but I didn't have him wrapped up thoroughly. He smacked one of my coworkers. 4 blows to the temple. I fucking stood and took it. I didn't know I had a concussion. So I can only imagine getting fucking slammed to the canvas and taking fucking 20 blows to the fucking face, forearm shots. You know, nobody's superhuman. You know, act like he need his ass beat. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But I mean, I never had a baseline before. That's why I no longer professional wrestle, because I've had 2 concussions, maybe a lot more before the baseline. But also, too, I can't move like I used to. I'm 54 years old. Even though I lost 13 pounds, I fucking went to the gym 4 times this week, 4 days in a row. You know, watching what I eat. I'm trying to get flexible, but my back is just really, really bad. So if I got slammed like that, I'd be out for fucking 7 days, and definitely taking the fucking, that's not right. And I know that was Rikishi's company. They had an ID with the WWE. WWE took away their stuff. So I don't know if any charges have been pressed against Raji Rampage Jackson's kid yet, but hopefully they should. The independent wrestlers should press charges because that was uncalled for, and it was fucking, damn near almost murdered him in the ring. Oh, I am, brother. I got to get back into shape just for my own well-being. So, and also too, like Cable said yesterday, this fucking this ESPN fucking getting stuff with WWE with their pay-per-views is ridiculous. All these streaming services are just ridiculous. Yeah, it was Rikishi's. Yep, yep. I don't know how much he was involved in that company, Lair, but that's his stuff. You know what I mean? Just because I know all about Steelers football, I try to do a lot about wrestling, and I try to be very knowledgeable on every topic that I like. I try because I'll put it out there. I would challenge any other podcaster to do the same thing that I do, which they think they could do, but they really truly can't, because I have no script here, no scripts needed, no gimmicks needed, raw, uncensored, uncut. Also, just trying to help the area. Well, God bless you, Larry. I try. And I try to give opportunities to people, and I try to help promote. I use my social media as best I can. I try to pay it forward and try to be, whatever I can be, the solstice of Saul, So, but yeah, I'm not happy with the ESPN thing. I'm not paying $29.99. Thank you. Thank you, Devil. I try. I try. I gotta do some stuff tonight and put some stuff on some shows and do that. And still, try to hang out with the missus a little bit. I can't be all doing podcasts and not doing whatever. I'm off this weekend, so I'm gonna get some other stuff done. But I'm not paying $29.99 to watch stuff on ESPN. ESPN can go fuck off. I'm not doing it. Even though I have good cable and I could watch the pay-per-views. The problem is I don't record them anymore but also too, I like to watch the old WWE stuff. I like to watch, the old Mid-South, the old WWF. I saw the other day, I was watching Bruno Sammartino's last match against Hercules Hernandez. I posted it on my Facebook. I'll watch clips and highlights and stuff like that. And I like doing that. Yeah, I know I don't need to. I know. I'm watching SmackDown right now. I can't hear it, but I can watch it because the WWE has a pay-per-view this coming weekend, Sunday night. But let me get into I had it here, and I was going to do the AEW results. I watched AEW for the first time Wednesday night's Dynamite in like forever. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched half of it because we had the Steelers Dynasty podcast at 9:00, and all my focus has to talk to me about the podcast. They were in ECW's, 2300 arena. I've been in that arena, worked security at the Break the Barrier show. where I seen Abdullah the Butcher fucking just fucking take from ear to ear fucking with a fork, ravage fucking Frank Morano's fang like no other, put him in a casket and will his ass out. It was me and Robert Hornack working security. It was 13, I believe 13 other independent wrestling companies across the United States. The APWF was there. They had it was a three-way dance for the APWF title. Jimmy Cicero beat me 2 weeks before. I lost the title before I went to Philadelphia. That would have been my opportunity to wrestle in the ECW arena. That is true, ladies and gentlemen. It did not happen. Jimmy Cicero beat me for the title. He took the title to, the ECW arena at Break the Barrier and wrestled in a three-way. He wrestled Tom Brandy, and Tom Brandy was the heel. He come out with his Salvatore Sincere, whistle and all that crap and all that Italian stuff. And Tom Brandy is a phenomenal athlete, and also ECW original dancing Stevie Richards was there. It was a three-way dance where Stevie Richards took the APWF title. It's true. You can check it on Break the Barrier. It's on YouTube. It wasn't the best. Looked good in the arena. Yeah, I think they got 4 nights there. They got 4 nights, and but Bruno is cool. He was friends with his family. Well, San Martino, yeah, I met him a couple times. I got an autograph. God bless him. And I wrestled in front of him. And if he'd have told me I sucked, I probably wouldn't even be doing this. You know what I mean? But he didn't. He just said, keep practicing. So let me get to the AEW results. Forbidden Door, I believe it is. Forbidden Door, yeah. Forbidden Door. Okay, let's see. I heard that guy apologized to Rampage Kid. He thought it was part of the show. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he's doing any apology. I think maybe the only apology he would be doing, Garth, if he smacking him over the head with that beer can. Other than that, that'd be about it. And he probably thought it was a show, So, yeah. So here we go. The Forbidden Door was in London with AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. And let's see what the card had said. Okay. The results. Okay, here's the results. Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong and El Desperado and Yula Imua. Oh, God, I messed that up. Defeated CRU, Action Andrade, and Leo Rush and Don Callis family of Trino and Josh Alexander with Lance Archer and Rocky Romero by pinfall. The Gates of Agony, Bishop and Quan and Tolola and Ricochet defeated Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Mike Oa with Amira Blair by pinfall. It was a trios match. I know he said something to him that he was well, people were dogging that Rampage guy on the social media. Okay, the Triangle of Madness from this Forbidden Door results. The Triangle of Madness, Julie Hart, Sky Blue, and Thakala and Megan Bain. She's pretty attributable. With Penelope Ford defeated Harley Cameron, who's phenomenal. Chris Stratlander, Queen Amidala, and Willow Nightingale by pinfall. Link that to the Break the Barrier. Yeah, I don't know what the link. It's in YouTube. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of matches. Shane Douglas did a speech. Manny Fernandez wrestled. Steel City Wrestling had a 3-way dance. I think it was it was Quackenbush, or was it Reckless Youth and Don Montoya or something? I posted it. Where'd you post it at? The Ops, Katsura Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe defeated the Bullet Club, War Dogs, Chuck Connors, Drilla Maloney, and Robbie X with Ghetto by pinfall. The trios match was for the AEW Trios Championship, right above the last comment. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, Adam Copeland, Edge, and Christian defeated Killswitch and Kip Saban with Mother Wayne by pinfall. Mother Wayne looks like she's Christian Cage must be rocking and rolling that. I'm just saying. Cal Fletcher, singles match, AEW TNT Championship. I didn't watch any of this stuff because I was actually at work. Cal Fletcher with Don Callis and Lance Archer defeated Hiromu Takashaki by pinfall. Now, I could be murdering these names. It is what it is. Okay, a four-way match for the AEW TBS Championship. Okay, Mercedes Moné champion defeated Alex Windsor, Bozilla, and Persephone by pinfall. Okay, singles match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Nigel McGuinness with Daniel Garcia by pinfall. Nigel McGuinness, career cut short. It's a shame because, man, Nigel McGuinness was something in Ring of Honor and in TNA and Impact, too, I believe, too. Brody King, and Bandino, three-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Okay. Hi, Afton. How are you? Okay. Defeated the Hurt Syndicate with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, and FTR with Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood with Stokely by pinfall. I don't know who got fucking pinned. So it is what it is. Singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. This was Athena's Casino Gauntlet Championship contract match. Okay, Timeless Tony Storm defeated Athena with Billy Schwartz by submission. Poor Athena. Okay, singles match for the AEW World Championship. Had Page been counted out or disqualified for the world, he would have lost the title. Hangman Page defeated MJF by pinfall. I'm just going over the results for the AEW Forbidden Door this past weekend. I didn't get to see any of this, so I'm just giving you some quick results on wrestling tonight. The Golden Lovers must be showering away. Kenny Omega and Kotaka Ibushi, Darby Allin, Hiroshi Takashita, and Will Ocean Spray defeated Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Gabe Kidd with Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta by pinfall. There you go. That's the AEW Forbidden Door results on a Friday night where everybody else is doing stuff, and I'm the only crazy bastard doing a podcast on a Friday night. Till my wife was like, "Hey, baby, let's go do something." And that could happen, people. That could happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, now before I, we have Clash at Paris, 7:30. Thank God, because I'm tired of pay-per-views in the afternoon if I want to watch them because I'm never home because I'm at work. So that kind of blows. But this weekend I will not be at work. It's due to not my own hand, my mouth, but not my hand. So that's a funny one. Okay, so let's get to WWE Clash in Paris, the matches, and I will give you my predictions of Paris in the springtime. Okay. Let me see. Let me get some matches here. Okay. It will be August 31st. Second pay-per-view live streaming in France since October 13th, 1989, and after Backlash in May of 2024. So there we go. Okay. So the event will feature John Cena's first and only appearance at a pay-per-view live streaming event in France. 5 days, 5 shows. Yes, I know. Plugged our show today on it. Oh, nice. Awesome. Okay, here's the matches. Here is the matches. I'll start from, there's only 5 matches, ladies and gentlemen. There's only 5 matches. Okay. Singles match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. The champion, Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella does not deserve a championship match. I know this past Monday, Becky Lynch, if Kelly Osbourne, Ozzy's daughter, could have seen her, I think Kelly Osbourne would have kicked her right in the fucking mouth for talking shit about her dad. Even though she was getting some heat promo, she was going that way. And sometimes you don't have to go that far, but yeah, some people get a little upset, which I understandably so. So in a singles match, you got Bronson Reed with Paul E. Heyman versus Roman Reigns. Oh, I forgot to give my pick on to Becky Lynch. Becky's going to retain. I'm watching that match right now. I don't think they need to start getting their tag team division in WWE a lot stronger. WWE tag team is just so weak, Tony. But it's good to see you, brother. Football season is here. Yeah, their tag team division could be so stronger. So strong. So the Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. I'm gonna look. I don't know if you try to push Bronson Reed as a powerhouse, you can have him win by disqualification over Roman and not take a pinfall. To make Bronson Reed strong with that faction with Seth Rollins. But I'm going to go with Bronson Reed by DQ. Bring back the natural disasters. Well, I mean, I can go. Top 5 tag teams could be, at one time FTR was in the top of my list, but I don't know about it anymore. I'd have to redo it. The number 1 tag team of all time, though, is the Legion of Doom, and that'll never ever change. Never. They got a good old fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus versus Rusev. I'm going to go with Rusev beating him. Because Rusev needs a push. That's just the way it is, and that's just the way it'll be. And there's a 4-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. LA Knight versus Jey Uso versus CM Punk versus the champion Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins retains his title. So, yeah, this is probably going to be about 2.5 hours. So, and the singles match, probably the main event. I don't know, probably the main event. Maybe could be is John Cena's last match. John Cena versus Logan Paul all day, all night, all week, all month, all year. Never taken. I don't care. I'm not taking fucking Logan Paul for anything. I just watched The Peacemaker, and John Cena is the Peacemaker, but there will be no peace in Paris, but there'll be a piece of Logan's ass getting the shit kicked out of him. So it'll be John Cena. I'm taking John Cena over Logan Paul. My favorite tag team was, Money. Oh, okay. I'll take Punk in under a minute. That's funny. So yeah, and then next week I'll give the results, and I'll do a lot more because right now you got Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is so fucking hot, like steaming Willie Beeman. She looks like fucking Storm from the X-Men. Just saying. So, but yeah, if you guys hit like and subscribe, to this channel, please do. I know I need to get a lot more watch hours, but I'm trying to do what I can on this channel to provide the entertainment that I do, the worldly knowledge of interview skills, and talk about pro wrestling. Because we have over 1,000 subscribers on this channel. But my watch time is not as good as my watch time for the Steelers Dynasty podcast, which will be coming very, very soon to 500. So, and I appreciate everybody that tunes in. Another shout out to Slam and Sammy and her family for actually posting every single posts I do about my podcasts all over their social media. I do appreciate that. And if I can help out anybody, like I said when I started, look, if you have something that you want to promote, let me know. You got to let me know because I'm doing stuff on my own, looking at stuff. If you want your stuff promoted or you want to come on and talk about it, send me an email. I'll get you on if you want to talk about your production, your promotion, your wrestling, where you're at. You want to come on Friday nights, you can do that. I'm trying to get, how am I going to team? I can't. I have to split myself in half. I have to split myself in half, and I was thinking about doing a Steelers show sometime this week. Just to do a live, just to talk about some stuff because there is some stuff. It is. I definitely have to do a pick show here on Steelers Picking That. So, but hey, guys, I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you need to check it out on the Triple B Experience on the YouTube channel. Please hit like and subscribe. Also, for your audio listening pleasure, go to the Triple B Experience. It has both channels on one in the audio world. I didn't know if you guys knew that. It's the Triple B Experience. It has the Steelers Dynasty podcast stuff on that. It has the interviews. It has all the pop culture stuff and interviews that I've ever done with this show. I have, matter of fact, let me see how many. Hold on, I will get on it here. Let's hold on. My stats. That's not the achievements. Okay, here we go. Okay, I will. This is my share screen. Share screen. Okay, this is my. That's what I have, ladies and gentlemen. I have almost 5,000 podcast downloads. And I have 371 episodes. So I have 250 episodes published, and most recent was 2,500 podcast downloads. So, and you can get them on directories. Here's where you can get them at: Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the home. See, Steelers Dynasty podcast episodes. I got episodes, ton. So there's my stats. So I do a lot of stuff like that too. So if you you want to get audio, subscribe, download it. Triple B Experience. You can hear everything. So, okay, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Check back with us next Thursday night. The Triple B Experience will be, the top 10 comedies of all time. Myself, Shane, and Cable will be Thursday night, and then we'll have the game in the background. So we'll probably get a little football talk there while we talk about stuff like that. Thanks, Devil. I appreciate you, brother. God bless you. And then Friday night will be more wrestling talk. Hopefully, we get some people coming in and talking wrestling, interviewing, promoting their product, promoting themselves. They got to get a hold of me. So I've been trying to get some stuff out there. I've been trying to get in contact some big names to come on for some interviews. And, nothing's happened yet, but I'll keep tricking away. God bless you, Afton. Have a great night. And we will see you guys very, very soon. So everybody have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Weekend. Just hang out, cooking on the grill, and have a good time and drink a couple sarsaparillas. So, guys, have a great Friday night, great weekend, and a great Labor Day. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you on the Triple B Experience. And if you are a wrestling fan, go hit an independent show. You'll always be helping out the small guys and the companies because those are your future superstars of tomorrow. Good night, everybody, and we will see you on the flip side.